Another way to phrase this question is, what is the most fruitful way of living? What is the most rewarding way to live on earth? And in order to answer this, in order to know what is the way that humans should live, first we need to understand what it means to be human. What defines us? What makes a human being? Think about animals. Think about plants, trees, insects, birds. What do they care about? They only care about survival, about feeding, and about procreation. That's their only interest. But humans seem to have progressed much further than that. We're not just interested in survival. We don't just want a comfortable way of life. Why are humans studying the depths of space? Why do we study history, art, music? Just a little bit of analysis on the way humans are on Earth, we become to realize that humans act more like explorers. Humans are looking for something. Humans are always discovering. We're always trying to find answers. Somewhere deep within us is implanted this search for some sort of truth. And we've developed two different methods of finding those truths. One is called science, the other is called religion. Both of those are attempts to try and find answers. The way science works is that it understands the truth by studying rules, natural laws, the way matter works, the rules that the physical world conforms to. We can say that the science is looking at the what and the how of life. What is happening? How is it happening? Religion and philosophy looks at the why of life. Why does it happen? And who is it happening to? Who is responsible? So humans have created, or rather humans have evolved into conscious thinking beings. This is our strength. This is our nature. This is who we are on this planet. This is our uniqueness. Other animals don't seem to be doing this. The question is mankind destined to search forever? What is the final truth that will satisfy that thirst within mankind? And how do we know that we're on the right path? How do we know that there is even a truth? And if there is a truth, what are the steps towards getting to that truth? What are the signposts if this is a journey of discovery? So to answer these sorts of questions, we need the Guru. We need the guide for humanity. Now, having a Guru doesn't mean that the Guru gives us all the answers. It doesn't mean that all the searching has already been done. The Guru gives us direction. The Guru shows us what is possible, but the searching still has to happen within mankind. Individually, we all have to go on a journey. We actually have to experience what the Guru is talking about. We have to find that truth within us. And just as nature has a natural law, as all things in nature follow rules, in the same way there is a science of our being, of our Atma. And the Guru helps us to understand the quest to find this utmost fruitful, rewarding way to live on earth. And in this chapter of Dharamkand, we will begin to discover what that is. So that's the first meaning of the word Dharamsal, that it is a place to live an enlightened divine way of living, the right way of living. Another meaning of the word Dharamsal is a traveler's lodge. Somewhere you go when you're on a journey and you need a stopover, a resting place. So we can translate the line as saying, earth was created and kept as a temporary traveler's lodge. This which dharti thap rakhi dharamsal. What do we mean by a traveler's lodge? What we're saying here is that earth is a stopover. Earth is not our final destination. Earth is somewhere that we're here for a short period of time. We've come from somewhere, but more importantly, we're going somewhere, and earth is just a temporary stopping point. So if we look at earth as a dharamsal, then what we're saying is after that initial quest, that impulse to go on this quest, we need to realize that life is not the destination. But this is a temporary stopover on a much bigger journey, on a more significant journey that we're headed on. But we don't see life in that way. We see birth as the beginning, life as the journey, and death as the end. And the reason is because we have no memory. We have no memory of what happened before we were born. And no one seems to have gone and told us what death is like and come back. So we are quite right to think that life is just a journey of being born, living and dying. But what if this isn't the way of looking at the earth? What if birth is simply one piece of an ongoing jigsaw puzzle? Imagine a painter constantly changing his painting. There is a painting that's always evolving, always being made into something new. Our life is simply one brushstroke. When we see life as simply one brushstroke adding to this painting, adding to this continuous design, then we realize that the painting is the thing that's of significance, not the brushstrokes. The individual brushstrokes are just part of the story. Guru often talks about the analogy of the ocean being the significant and the individual waves being just part of a temporary moment of that ocean. So with our consciousness, we can experience the ocean that we belong to rather than just the wave that we think we are. And that's what it means to be looking at life as a temporary moment, as part of a bigger story. So when we talked about this paradigm shift, what we mean is that we realize that we are temporary, that our very nature is the nature of a wave in the context of this large ocean. All of us, all of our lives are just minute waves. And think about the wave is such a tiny, superficial layer of the depth of the entire ocean. A wave is nothing compared to the size of the ocean. This is the paradigm shift. This is the change in perception that happens when we walk on this path. So we need to treat earth and life as something far greater than our individual stories. And we need to learn about this constantly. And this leads us into our third meaning of dharamsal. Dharamsal also means a religious center, a temple of God, or a learning center of theology, where we learn about these things. So we can treat life as a way of learning about the bigger picture that's going on. Imagine walking into a room, into a party. Everyone seems to be doing something. What do you do first? You just figure out, where is my place in this? There is already a lot happening. What is happening? Who's doing what? Where do I fit in? I may only be here for a temporary moment. What can I contribute? What can I take? We need to see life as an ongoing story that we are here to just figure out what's going on. So life is a dharamsal. Earth is a learning center. Earth is the temple. Humans are the worshippers. Guru is the priest, and the oneness is the object of our worship. Oneness is that supreme being. So when we talk about the right actions, dharam, living in a dharmic way, we're not talking about being religious anymore. We're not talking about the religions, we're not talking about the rituals, we're not talking about the practices. Whether you fast or whether you continue to go on Tirath and your pilgrimages, whether you read all the right prayers, that is not what dharam is. Those are precursors to being in dharam. Dharam is about learning what life is about, seeing your life as something temporary in a bigger story, understanding the earth, understanding the evolution of life itself. Tis vich dharti thap rakhi dharamsal, tis vich ji jugat ke rang. And on this earth there are several beings of different colors and types. This vich ji, there are many beings in this, of many jugat, of many ways, of many types, and many colors. There are countless people on earth, and all of us have our own way of living. We all follow our own rules, our own dharam. We all want to find the truth in our own ways. Everyone has their own techniques. Another way to translate this line is if we take this vich to mean all the elements created the earth, the combination of the elements created the earth, this vich dharti thap rakhi, then we can also say this vich ji. Of all the elements, lives were created. Lives were created out of these 5 elements of water and fire and wind and all of the things that make up life itself. So life exists here, but there is a varied variety of life. Tis vich ji jugat ke rang, tin ke naam anek anant. Interestingly, the word ke appears in these 2 lines, the same spelling of the word, but we can see, based on their context, that the meanings are completely different. In the first one, we see this vich ji jugat ke rang. We can look at this example here. Ke, the first line, means kai. This vich ji jugat ke rang, of many colors. So the first ke means kai, many. Tin ke naam anek anant. Here the word ke means de, which means of. This de naam, tina de naam,